Hi everyone, it's Kevin. This is the video for the Easel calendar card. And so you're going to want to go to your packet of supplies and find the envelope that has the pink piece of cardstock in it. And you're going to dump everything out. And in there you're going to find some different things. There's going to be a piece of designer series paper. Now I've already cut mine down, but you're going to have a 4x6 piece of a pattern that has pink with flowers on the back and the floral. You're going to find a calendar pad. Going to have a couple of ovals from the dual oval punch. This is a great punch. If you don't have this one, you might want to consider it. It's a sort of a stock item in my kit of things that I use. It punches both a scalloped oval and a smaller regular oval that nests within it, and great for small sentiments. And you're going to find a scalloped piece that has a bit of stitching cut on an angle. Now mine is a little bit different than what you have in your kits, only because after we worked away one day in Christine's studio creating these cards, we forgot to write down which die it was that we cut the scalloped stitched edge with, and by golly, we could not figure out which one we had used. So we found one that worked, and we cut all of your pieces with it. They're almost the same, but as of yet, it's a bit of a mystery. We haven't been quite able to identify which die it is that we cut this with. Okay, so this is a fairly straightforward project. First off is your card base, and this has been scored in a couple of different places here. This is going to fold up and make our easel. This is going to be a stand-up desk calendar card. So you basically just have to go along and burnish all of the score lines on it. Okay, so just fold them all up and then burnish them all with your bone folder all the way around. All right, now on this smallest little 1/4 of an inch flap, if you have it, you're absolutely going to want to use tear and tape. You're going to want a strong adhesive with this. Otherwise, you're going to have to hold it and let it dry for a minute. But if you have tear and tape, just put some tear and tape along that little 1/4 inch. Tore it in the wrong place. There we go. Spot. Okay. Or use the Seal Plus, or you can use glue. You can use liquid glue. It just, you'll have to hold it for a minute. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is fold in just the next fold over. And then I'm going to bring this flap down, and is that where I want to stick it? Yeah, I want to make sure here. Oh, wait 1 second. What's going on here? I have misscored my card base ever so slightly, because it's not quite going to line up. I missed by a 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so I'm going to do this way. It won't matter, and I apologize if I misscored yours. My scoreboard may have been marked incorrectly. It won't matter when it stands up, but you just want to make sure that you bring that flap together with that first little 1/4 inch fold. Yeah, I can see when I look at my bottom that this is wider by 1/8 of an inch than this one, so I should have been over 1/8 of an inch further. That's okay. This is still going to work. It's just going to, and it'll still fold flat. It's just going to stand up a little differently. That's okay. That's fine. That works. So it's actually got a little steeper of an angle on this side, so I'll make this my front. But still folds flat, still stands up, still go in an envelope. All is good. Okay, so you have a 4x6 piece of the designer paper, and you want to trim the 6-inch length down, so it's still going to be 4 inches wide, but you want to trim it down. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 and a quarter. Now let me just make sure that this is still going to fit my front. Yes, it is. Okay, so just you double check and make sure that it's going to fit your front with an 1/8 inch margin all the way around, as would be a normal card. Okay, I have a feeling if I were to try to do it on this backside one, it's going to come up a little bit short. Yeah, so it should fit one side just perfect. The other side, I apologize, your score line is in the wrong place. Maybe it was just mine. Maybe it was just mine. Okay, so you have to choose your side. So you're going to cut that at 4 1/4. And you have to choose your side and decide which side you want to have out. Do you want a floral backed calendar, or do you want the pink? And I think I'm going to go with the pink. And then it's just a matter of gluing that down. I know this floral paper is so pretty. Hate to glue one side or the other down, but... And you have tons of paper in your kit this month. We had a little bit of extra cash at the end after we divided the supplies up, and we had 3/4 of a package of paper left over, so we decided just to divvy that up and include it in your kit, so you have lots of choice of papers if you don't want to use the one that we included. Or you'll notice that you got 2 calendar pads in your packet, so you can go and make another calendar easel card and use whatever colors and paper you want to use. Okay, then this piece with the scalloped edge is going to go across the top like this, and you can put it up on dimensionals. You can just glue it down. I think I'm going to put my sentiment tag up on dimensionals, so I'm not going to put this piece up on dimensionals. I'm just going to glue it directly on, and I'm staying away from my stitched line. I don't want the glue to go through the stitched line. It only has to affix it and hold it in place. It's not like you're gluing it on that it's going to blow away in the wind. Okay, so that's on there. And then I'm going to glue my calendar pad on. And so, good amount of glue on the back here. This box board that it's mounted on the back is a little porous, so you want a good amount of glue. And I'm just putting that down towards the bottom. It's a little more than 3/16 of an inch, like a little more than 1/8 from the edge, so I'm just making sure that I'm equidistant from my bottom and my sides. Yep, and just push that down like that. And then I've got my sentiment tag. That's all that's left. So I'm going to do Craft Queen. And I think... Oh, here we are. I don't know where I'd put my ink pad. I think I'm just going to do it in black. I want it to be nice and bold. Ooh, that's very bold. And I'm going to do that right in the center here. Use my grid paper to line up my little oval. There we are. Oh, nice and bold. I like that. Good. Let that dry for a second because there was lots of ink on that. And I'm going to glue my scalloped oval down to the front of the card like this. That's why I didn't bump this up on dimensionals, because I had a feeling it might be overlapping it just a little bit. But you could, if you bump that one up on dimensionals, and you'd have to put dimensionals behind this one. And then I am going to put some dimensionals behind this one. Just 2. It's a fairly small piece. And then that's going to go in the center of that. There we go. There we are. I'm going to stand this up. Hopefully you'll be able to see. I'm just pushing down the easel part here, the legs, and that'll stand up on my desk like that. Make a nice little calendar, and the pages tear off like a regular notepad. And I know we're already halfway through pretty much this year, but my new calendar pads aren't quite from the printer yet, but they're coming soon. And so if you like this this design and you want to make more, these calendar pads are available from my online store. They're $1 each, and they include free shipping anywhere in Canada. If you happen to be one of our American customers doing Craft Day in a Box with us, you can get them for a little bit more because the postage to the States is a little bit more. But with your exchange rate, it still works out to about $1 a calendar. Okay, they're $1.35 in Canadian funds, which I think works out to about $1.02 American per calendar. And again, they include free shipping. So there's my little sales pitch to you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I would challenge you to use some of your other ribbon or twine to make a bow up here in the corner, or maybe you want to add some of your rhinestones. You could also take and stamp the little tulip from the stamp set on this piece before you glue it down. There's lots of things you could do to decorate this up a little bit further. And of course, you have your envelope that goes with this card. And if you want, you can take one of your other pieces of designer paper and cut a strip to decorate the envelope. There should be some pink, there should be some more of that floral in the package. And of course, you can decorate the outside of your envelope to go with. So would like to see what you make. Please be sure to go to the bottom of this project page and you'll find the Facebook button, and there you can submit questions, comments, and share your photos of your finished projects with us. We would love that. Okay, carry on. Have fun. We'll see you in another project.